I told her and Lisa together, team on. That'd be like losing 3 hands.
Just so some air conditioning.
Well, they just took the
They're
house.
on brighter than got air conditioning.
They gotta have that, they just wouldn't work.
Yeah. All right,
Looking at you.
I've got 9 o'clock. We will call Commissioners Court, Montague County into session. We'll stand for the invocation. Ask Sheriff Thomas to that will remain standing for pledge of allegiance.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. Just ask that you be with the commissioners as far as they make the difficult decisions that run our county. Just be with Commissioner Murphy as he recovers from his illness, and just healing him up as quick as you can. Just be with our country is suffering from the fires out west, the hurricanes, COVID, and many other things. Just forgive us our sins. The country needs our help. Needs your help right now, and just recovering. Just ask that you be with our country's leaders and help them make the right decisions. God, we love you, and just thank you for sending your son to die for us on the cross. Just ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
All right. Item 3 is public comment. Everybody here for public comments? We'll move on then to item number 4, which is our consent agenda. The consent agenda includes non-controversial routine items that the court may act on with single vote. The judge and commissioners may pull any item from the consent agenda in order that the court discuss and act upon it individually as part of the regular agenda. Under that, item A is the approval of minutes. B is examine all accounts and reports relating to finances of the county. C is audit and settle all accounts against the county and direct their payment. D is approve payroll, and E is accept the county treasurer's monthly report.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second. A motion by Commissioner Langford, a second by Commissioner Mayfield. Is there any discussion? All in favor? All voted for. All right, agenda item number 5, discuss and consider approving the dissolution of the official fire and rescue district map of Montague County and area coverage and take necessary action. I think Mr. Henley is here to speak to that.
Those commissioners, good morning. Rusty Henley, I'm the president of the Montague County Firefighters Association. Recently, we've had 2 of our volunteer fire departments demise. Oklahoma Lake Estates volunteer fire department no longer exists as of August 31. Frontier Shores Fire Department, I don't know the date on that. That's been several years ago. They no longer exist. We just want you to edit that map. Make the Oklahoma Lake Estates coverage area go to Oklahoma Rural Fire Department, and the Frontier Shores area go to Bowie Rural Fire Department. You have questions for me?
Simple enough right there, Rusty. Appreciate you coming over and presenting that. put that form. You got that, Glenda, like you saved me from repeating. Motion request from the fire department.
Second.
Got a motion by Commissioner Langford, and a second by Commissioner Darden. Any discussion? All in favor? All voted for. Move to item 6, is to discuss and consider approving the sheriff's office to accept and approve certified payments for open records and take the necessary action. Sheriff, you want to speak to that briefly?
This is, we get a lot of open records requests, open information requests. County already takes credit card payments, certified payments, on the way with the county clerks. We'd like to be able to apply for that also, so we can take those, make it easier for the public to make the request and pay for them online.
And that's, we did, when I was in the JP office, we got with them and were able to take payments to them, made life a lot easier, so.
Judge, I'll make that motion. We let the sheriff's office accept the approval of certified payments.
Second.
All right, so I've got a motion by Commissioner Mayfield and a second by Commissioner Darden. Any discussion? All in favor? All voted for. Item number 7 would be discuss and consider approving a grant from the Center for Tech and Civic Life for $5,000 for the election department and take necessary action. Mr. Linear.
Judge, this is a grant that came to the elections administrator through one of the TAC email groups that she's in. The Center for Tech and Civic Life is a private, or is a public rather, nonprofit foundation, and they are doing COVID-19 grants to provide funding to U.S. local election offices to help ensure they have critical resources they need to safely serve every voter in 2020. The minimum grant is $5,000, but the grant is based on the full amount is based on a formula of number of residents in the county and number of eligible voters versus number of registered voters in the county. And some of the other counties, like Victoria County, has received $79,731. Hopkins County, $19,952. Hood County, $29,400. So $5,000 is the minimum grant amount. There's no matching fund. There's no return requirement. We get the grant money. We report by January 31st how we spent the grant money, and we say thank you.
Is there any certain things it's spent on, Charlie, or is it just whatever is needed in the elections department?
It's pretty broad. The list covers
Certain things
ensure
like election judges. and different things.
election judges, maintaining polling places, training, poll worker recruitment, voter registration, early in-person voting, vote by mail. It's pretty broad for elections.
And so this is the request to apply for this.
To apply for the grant, yes, sir.
So it may be more than that.
It could well be more than 5,000 is the minimum.
You know, make a motion for that any day for the Center for Tech and Civic Life for a $5,000 grant. Who needs to sign that, or the judge?
The judge needs to sign a W-9 form.
The authority to sign any necessary papers, Judge.
Second.
We got a motion by Commissioner Langford and a second by Commissioner Darden. Is there any further discussion? All in favor? All voted for.
Thank you, and Ginger thanks you.
All right, item number 8. discuss and consider the presidential memorandum on payroll tax deferral and take the necessary action. And do you wish to speak to that?
It's just, I think we just need to opt out. It really doesn't apply to the employees of Montague County because nobody lost any time, nobody lost any wages. I mean, there were some that did lose a little bit of time, but they didn't lose any wages. And that's what that was geared towards. And it's a tax deferral. So anything that if we allow them to defer their 6.2%, the employee portion of their income tax, anything that we allow them to defer, then the county becomes responsible for paying it back between January 1st and April 30th of next year if they quit or were terminated for whatever reason. So I think we just need to opt out because like I said, it really doesn't apply to our employees anyways.
And I agree. All of our county employees fortunately weren't laid off or had to miss time because of this COVID issue. And so I agree. It doesn't really apply to us. It applies to folks that have been off work.
And it's one thing, Judge, throughout the county, does it make any difference to any other business? Or do you know if
No,
we
this is
don't,
just for
the county
just for
right
the
here? So
county.
if we opt out, it doesn't affect any other
No.
business that might be affected.
No, this is just for the Montague County employees.
We just take no action on that.
Yeah, I think probably, as she says, I think what TAC is requesting is that we do an official, if we're not going to do it, we do an official vote on opting out.
I'll make a motion to opt out of that.
Second,
So I've got a motion by Commissioner Mayfield. I've got a second by Commissioner Langford. Is there any further discussion? All right, all in favor? All voting for. All right, item number 9. Discuss and consider the line item budget adjustment for TCDRS fiscal year 2020 payment and take necessary action. And I think the auditor was going to speak briefly to this.
I've gone through the remaining balances and some of the line items in the budget, and we do this just about every year. Most of them came from, utilities, insurance, residential placement. We had a chunk left, so this is what I've submitted as a suggestion.
y'all wanna know how I feel, I wanna try to get Montague County where they're 100% funded in their retirement when we have something left over from the previous year. Where I'd like to put it, I'll make the motion to put that 500,000 in TCDRS towards our retirement. And we still make the maximum payment every year, don't we, Jennifer?
We've elected for a higher, yes,
Yes.
percentage.
Okay, so on number 9, your motion would be to do the budget adjustment, the transfer.
Yes.
Second. So I've got a motion by Commissioner Langford, a second by Commissioner Mayfield. Any further discussion? All in favor? All voting for. All right, so which that then takes us to item number 10, which is discuss and consider making that payment to the Texas Association of Counties and take necessary action.
Judge, it doesn't go to Texas Association of Counties, it goes to TCDRS.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
The payment does not go to Texas Association of Counties, it goes directly to TCDRS.
That's not the same thing.
No.
What's TCDRS?
Texas
And I think the
County
way the
District
agenda,
Retirement.
I think the way the agenda speaks is making the payment to Texas Association of Counties for TCDRS and take the necessary action. So it doesn't work that way.
No, it goes directly to
Directly to.
TCDRS.
I'll put that in the form of a motion.
Second. So I've got a motion by Commissioner Langford and a second by Commissioner Mayfield. Any further discussion? All in favor? All voted for.
And we were talking 500,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
All right, so that'll take us to item number 11. Discuss and consider Montague County employee luncheon and take necessary action. What this is I know every year we do an annual lunch. And I want to do that again this year. We'll do it as a Thanksgiving lunch. The date that we're looking at currently is November the 20th. When you look at all the court schedules, that is when everybody seems to be free. Now, the issue with this is that with all of the COVID issue, all right, I've done kind of an unofficial poll, if you will. We've got numerous people in the county that are uncomfortable coming in and eating food coming from all the different homes at this point in time. And so really the reason that this is on the agenda is to, for this year at least, to set this up and have it catered so that we avoid that issue. Now, to have it catered, we're looking at an amount. I've talked to three different catering companies. We're looking at an amount of $1,300.
If we do that, Judge, what does that come out of? What line item?
That will come out of contingency money. And then if it's something that we want to follow through, then next year we would budget. And maybe by next year, we won't have this issue and we can get back to doing what we want.
I can see people's concerns with the COVID. You know, everybody's a little, not near as jumpy as they were, but still pretty skittish when it comes to that.
Well, I mean, really, these lunches, I think the way I look at them is it's a morale issue for employees, getting everybody together. Which I think is important, especially in this year. It's been a very stressful year on a lot of people. And I think that's important. And I think it's important that they feel comfortable coming to do it. So
That's one thing that made it so darn special. I know a lot of these ladies, and probably men too, they know how to cook some pretty good food when it comes down to bringing these different dishes. So I'd miss that, but you need a motion for that. I'll make the motion to approve the county employee luncheon and take the necessary funds from contingency.
So I've got a motion by Commissioner Langford. I've got a second by Commissioner Darden. Any further discussion?
Can we put an amount on that?
It was $1,300 is the lowest amount I could find.
1,300 from contingency then.
Yes, sir. All right. Any further discussion? All in favor? All voted for. Okay, number 12. Discuss and consider approving a replat in Precinct 2, Silver Lakes Ranch, Phase 5, lot number 396 and lot number 397. Resulting lot number to be known as 396R and take necessary action.
I think Laura's got everything, so I'll make a motion that we accept that replat for Silver Lake.
Second.
All right, so we've got a motion by Commissioner Mayfield. We've got a second by Commissioner Langford. Any additional discussion? All in favor? All voted for. Item 13, discuss and consider Precinct 1 entering a rental agreement for an excavator with Yellow House of Wichita Falls, Texas for culvert replacement and bridge maintenance and take necessary action.
No, just what I've had on there the other time, and I got Clay to look at that contract. He said it was fine to proceed with.
Okay, so it's been submitted to Commissioner Ritter.
So they can make a motion to be able to rent that piece of equipment from Yellow House.
All right, so we've got a motion by Commissioner Darden, a second by Commissioner Mayfield. Any discussion? All in favor? All voted for. Item 14, discuss and consider request for EOG Resources Incorporated to approve right-of-way boring on precinct number 1 on Alamo Road, Denver Road, Huddleston Road, Ditto Road, and precinct 2 on Orchard Road and take necessary action.
I'll make the motion that we accept them, board and right of ways.
Did they have a check here for that?
Yes.
Yeah, they do. I think it's on the next item, man.
Okay, we need to accept those funds, or how do we need to do that?
We'll give that on the next agenda item.
Motion to approve the board. Right.
We have a motion from Commissioner Mayfield,
I second it.
and we have a second by Commissioner Langford. Any further discussion? All in favor, all voting for. And then item 15, discuss and consider accepting unanticipated revenue of $3,000 from EOG Resources Incorporated for right-of-way boring in precinct 1 and precinct 2 and take the necessary action.
Make a motion that we accept that. Have it put into precinct 1, precinct 2, revenue is appropriately for each one.
Is it, you've got a certain amount, have you, Roy?
Maybe 500, maybe, or not.
500 for you and 2,500 for precinct 1.
Right.
I'll second that.
All right, so I've got a motion by Commissioner Darden and a second by Commissioner Langford. Any other discussion? All in favor? All voting for. And that's our last agenda item. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Langford, second by Commissioner Darden. All in favor? We're adjourned.
Need that money, right?